Outbreak becomes clear, social structures start to deteriorate. Turn into barbarians. The way we live our lives is so fragile, and so the movie explores it.
In 2011, fear would spread like none other, and the thrilling drama Contagion, starring an ensemble of all-star cast: Matt Damon, Kate Winslet, Lawrence Fishburne, Orion Cutler, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Jude Law. A story about an unknown virus destroying the city and society as we know it. And what makes it even more horrifying is that we're actually living in it. When gratitude turns to greed, everyone fends for themselves. When their life is at stake not just from the virus, but running low on food supplies, medicine, and their very own sanity. It's a life-altering situation that we would never think would come into play, but in 2020 it did with COVID-19. It changes everything, the way we live our lives, and who we are as people.
Viruses are coming out of those zoonotic events where man interacts with animals.
Contagion is directed by Steven Soderbergh. The film made $14.5 million at the box office. The cast does a really good job at portraying the fear and the sickness that inhabits their bodies. Normally in my reviews I ask how this movie affected you. But since we're living in the situation that the movie is based on, how did this global deadly virus affect your life? Everyone's out of the job, not getting paid. Our own humanity is tested, but we're all struggling through the same thing, which you'd think would make someone closer, but it hasn't. All it's done is divide us and made people more on edge than usual. Being quarantined in our homes, not being able to see our family or friends. Kids are forced to stay home from schools. This movie and year shows us how much fear changes a person, whether good or bad. Contagion's plot is simple but scary, and even though having a large cast, their screen time doesn't last as long as you'd hope. Even with so much going on, the middle dragged a bit for me. It might be because I've seen so much of it this year that I feel like it's redundant. Even when the death rate goes down, and they find a cure, and if we're lucky enough to get a second chance, will we be ready for the next one? Are you going to stand together or let it divide you? It's when we feel we have nothing, that's when we need each other the most. Everyone taking and fighting only makes the situation worse.
Never had the opportunity to take off the way it does now in our globalized and urbanized world.
Trains, planes, everything goes faster. So a virus will go faster as well. When a virus spreads, the world becomes very small.
Are we prepared? A society where we rely so heavily on the infrastructure of the society, the answer is no.
It's a matter of when, not if.
If you enjoyed the review, feel free to check out my independent film, Coronavirus. The link's in the description below.